When I was hospitalized, I didn't know really what was going on. I thought it was fine. I mean, I had creative thoughts that only artists dream of, but something was definitely wrong. I had a CAT scan and it revealed nothing acute, and I had my blood tested and everything was fine. But I still had racing thoughts and didn't really know where I was. So they medicated me. They tried several different medications to try to stabilize my condition. And after 10 days, I was released with the diagnosis of bipolar disorder. And I thought my life was over. So it took a year or so before I accepted the diagnosis of bipolar disorder. But within that time, I wanted to get to the source of the problem. I felt that we have physical bodies, our brains are a physical part of us, and so what was going on physically that wasn't adding up? And so I poured myself into Google scholarly articles. I consulted with many different physicians. I read an article that drew attention to neurofeedback. And so I started therapy doing that. And within a couple months, I became allergic to my medications. And my doctor was willing to work with me to treat the symptoms and not the diagnosis, because labels are for food, not for people. And each of us are unique individuals. And so I want to inspire others to really think for themselves and make choices regarding their health care, and not just take everything for face value, but to do their own research and really get to the bottom of what's going on with them. So for the last 8 years, I've been able to treat bipolar naturally without psychotropic medications. And it's a multifaceted approach, but nutrition has definitely played a big role. But then also the neurofeedback therapy that I mentioned, making sure that I get proper rest and stress relief, and then also different supplementation. So, for instance, N-acetylcysteine is one of the main detoxifiers for the brain. And along with fish oil, which a lot of people have heard about fish oil. But actually getting your neurotransmitters tested, so that way you can find out how you need to balance those neurotransmitters. And really, there are so many different facets, because having a supportive, whether it's friends or family, and also my faith in God, every aspect really has contributed to finding better health. So I've been very private about struggling with mental illness for a long time, because I am a woman in business and there is such a large stigma attached to it. But I feel that I can provide hope for more people by being open about my mental illness, and hopefully inspire others to find a different way to go about their healthcare treatment. So I'm starting a blog called yourpowerofreason.com, where I'll explain more in depth about my story, but then also provide the resources, whether it's nurses, physicians, and medical literature, books, supplements, so that way I can streamline it so that others don't need to go through all of the time and struggle that I had to go through to get where I am today. Better health is possible as long as you have the determination, and with my blog, yourpowerofreason.com, will provide the resources that they need to find alternatives, because we are what we eat. And so something as simple as changing our nutrition, and of course doing this along with a medical professional, because I would never recommend someone just to stop taking their medication, but to take an active role in their health care and to use their thinking ability, their power of reason, to make active choices in their own health care.